That new state of play, that shit was fire, man. That PlayStation State of Play was fire. Let me look this up. Let me look this up. Fuck it, I'm not editing none of this shit out. We looking this up in real time. Fuck you talking about? 007. Can't wait till that comes out. Last 007 I played was on the Xbox and it was the fucking old one. For Loop, it looked alright. It looked cool, I guess. Beast of Reincarnation, this does look pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Brigandine Abyss, I think this Brigandine Abyss. It looks big as fuck. Never heard of it, but apparently it goes way back to like the 90s, so it might be good. Castlevania, boy, don't even get me started. You know how long it's been since we had a Castlevania? Hold on, let me look this up. Last Castlevania we had was what? Lords of Shadow? Castlevania. What the fuck? What the fuck is Castlevania? Castlevania game? What? Man, what the fuck is this? Let's see. Besides the fucking re-releases, Lords of Shadow 2. That was like the last mainline Castlevania game we had, man. You know how fucking crazy that is? This shit was on the PS3 and the 360. This shit came out... When did shit came out? 2014! Fucking 12 years. That's ridiculous. Jesus Christ. 12 years without a game. Now we finally get one. We play as... I think it's Trevor's granddaughter, Trevor and Cypher's granddaughter or daughter. It looks like Sonya, and I don't know much about Sonya outside of some of the recap retrospective videos I've seen, but regardless, this game looks like it's gonna be really fun, and I cannot wait to play it because I'm a good decent fan of Castlevania because I played it before I watched the show, which I think the show's good. Some people think it's like ass, and I can see where they're coming from because the Devil May Cry one, I'm not watching that. I watched the first episode and I wasn't fucking with that, like, at all. And I watched like some snippets here and there when I was over a friend's house and shit, but it don't look like nothing from DMC that I'd expect. That second season do kind of look like that, but other than that, I'm still not gonna watch it, even with the new character designs and shit like that. Control Resonant. That looks fun too. I like the whole little gravity mechanic. Crimson Moon. Now, when I saw this, I thought this shit was dead ass fucking Darksiders 4. I swear to God, I thought this was. Not. I'm not getting it. I'd have to see a little bit more about it before I make an inference. Darwin's Paradox. That's cool too. Mainly because of the Solid Snake fucking reference with Metal Gear. Let's see. Dead or Alive 6 Last Round. If this doesn't give me an automatic update, because I already have Dead or Alive 6 on disc and I bought that game, and I even bought who did I buy for DLC? I'm trying to think, because it's either I bought mine, not for that reason, fucking weirdo. Damn, I know about King of Fighters and Fatal Fury. Shit, I'm not buying this just to be gooning. Fuck out of here. But like, I bought that, and it's like, if I buy Dead or Alive 6 the last round, do I have to? Is this like a Monster Hunter type of thing? Is this like, even though I played Monster Hunter 4, if I want to play 4 Ultimate, I have to start all over again from like square one basically? Like, but this time I ain't got like no defender weapons or shit like that, because Dead or Alive 6, because I know Team Ninja, and they gonna make you pay for them fucking costumes. That's weird. Death Stranding 2 is getting a PC port. I still need to play the first one. God of War Trilogy Remake. I'm very excited to see how they're gonna do this. And they got TC Carson back, which is lovely. I'm so glad. I was ecstatic to see my nigga back. But my question is, how is they gonna do this? Is it gonna play like the new God of Wars? Because I honestly can't see this game. I can't see those games being translated into the new God of War style. I feel like there's a lot more. They're gonna have to tone it down a lot more than they did from the original. Cause I can easily play through Ragnarok on like Give Me God of War and shit like that. Now, if I play God of War 3 or like any other classic ones on that difficulty, I can't do it. I hate that they're only doing the trilogy though. They're not gonna include, well, who knows? Maybe they'll give them like DLC, but like they're not gonna include Ascension, Ghost of Sparta, Chains of Olympus. That's kind of weird. And I also hate that those games haven't gotten a port at all. They're still stuck on PS3, which is very sad to hear because those are some good ass games. I never got to play all of Ascension, but I know that when I played the demo on PS3, I was like, man, this shit is fire. And they let you like fight a whole boss. That shit was fun as fuck. Let's see. Ghost of Yotei Legends. It's alright. I mean, it's Legends. If you play Ghost of Tsushima, I'm pretty sure this is just Yotei, but multiplayer. John Wick getting a video game was not on my like wish list. I'm still happy it happened. I'm still happy that Keanu Reeves went, yeah. You know how he do? And like all the fucking, yeah. Like, you know. And I'm really happy. Like, that. How are they gonna do it though? Cause I wanted to play like Sifu, but at the same time the gunplay need to be real good too. So some like low key, I wouldn't mind if they did like a Max Payne 3 type of style, diving included, just without the slow mo. Like that'd be sick as fuck. And then have it auto aim when you dive. That way you don't have to like manually do it unless you want to. I don't know. I feel like the motion, there's gonna have to be like a modicum of slowdown because I can't see you playing as John Wick not being able to dive and shoot at the same time. Also, how is the blocking gonna work? Like, is it just gonna be like regenerative health, which doesn't make sense because it's John Wick, but at the same time there's games like Tomb Raider and Uncharted, but like the last Tomb Raider you could you know heal manually if you had like leaves and wood. But at the same time, the two games before that had recharging health. Like your screen would gray out, you duck back a little bit, you heal. And I'm like, man, I don't know how they gonna do that. I'm excited though. Kenna, didn't hear much about it. I don't know much about it at all, really. It looks cool though. Legacy of Kain, hear about it a lot. It looks alright to me. Maybe if I played it, I'd have a different opinion. Marathon, I was damn near disappointed when I thought Marathon was going to take up the rest of the state of play because I thought it was only going to be like an hour. But it was just a little over an hour, so we got to see Castlevania make a comeback, which I was super excited to hear about. The game looks cool though. Tokon, man, Tokon came on the screen. They started showing the Shiari. You know, I'm getting into X-Men and stuff. I'm learning about them as I go, about the characters, and I'm still like on the original X-Men. I'm talking about Great Scott and all that type of dialogue from Stan Lee. They talking about the Shiari and shit. I'm like, okay, this is Tokon for sure. And I saw the little graphic paper on the edges. I was like, yeah, that's Tokon. Then they had Storm show up, and she was like, okay, the Unbreakable X-Men, I think she called it. I'm like, okay, all right. And then Storm come in with goddamn magic. Man, I've been telling people I want magic in a new Marvel vs. Capcom. I've been telling people there's notes somewhere where I'm like, I want magic. I want Glob and Blob. I want two of them boys in there. I don't know how they would do Glob, but I would like Glob to be in a Marvel vs. Capcom. But you know, we got a new nicher pick. We got a new nicher pick. We got goddamn damn, what's the name? We got Danger. I did not expect them to have Danger in there at all, but I'm really happy she is. And then, you know, we got Steve Blum back as Wolverine, and it's like, man, he was doing Swiss cheese as an ult. Also, we have Team Ultimate. I didn't even expect that. Like, this is kind of like Ninja Storm and shit with the team ults and all that. Like, I wonder how much it's gonna divvy up depending on who all you have. But like, let's see. There's only 20 characters base roster. So right now we have Storm, Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, Star-Lord, Doom, Ghost Rider. So that's 8 right there. But I think I'm missing some. So that's 8 right there. Along with Wolverine, Magic, and Danger. That's 11. So I don't know who the other 9 could be. 20 characters base for a tag fighter is kind of disappointing though. I think 24 would have been cool, but you know, who am I to judge? I'm not the one making the game, you know, slaving away at the keyboard about it. But yeah, I cannot wait. And for anybody out there talking about some, no nigga, I'm reading. I knew who Magic was before Marvel Rivals. Okay, thank you Anya Taylor-Joy, you know, for playing her in what, New Mutants, whatever that fucking movie was with the nigga from Stranger Things in it. I didn't watch it because, you know, I saw ads for it. I saw trailers. They made Magic look evil as shit in there though, from like the little bit I seen. Speaking of games that was stuck from, you know, when I was talking about God of War. Speaking of games that was stuck on PS3, Metal Gear Solid 4 coming in Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. That is amazing. That is crazy to even think about. Man, people keep talking about emulating Metal Gear Solid 4, and I've seen so many videos talking about how hellish it is to emulate that game. Dog, we're getting that. What is this coming out? When is this coming out? August 27th this year. So in a couple of months, we'll have playable Metal Gear Solid 4 on a PS5. So that means I need to get my PS3 back soon so I can finally finish this fucking game. Along with Peace Walker. Fucking Peace Walker. I love Peace Walker. We finally get... I think, honestly, though, they should have added, like, DLC for Metal Gear Solid Delta. I don't know how they do that, though. Because I don't know how they do that. Because Peace Walker is a very good game. It's short. It's shorter than the others. It's still like a good 16 hours, though. That story is long, but it's still a good game. It's way smaller, though, and it's way simpler. You can't even crawl. You can just only crouch walk. I wish they gave us portable ops, too, but I guess that game isn't canon, technically. So we get Peace Walker, but at the same time, Ghost Babel isn't canon either, and that's coming along with it. And Ghost Babel is the Game Boy Color game. I don't really know how I feel about it, but I'm still glad regardless, man. It's been so long since my nigga Snake has gotten motion like this. I'm so glad for him to finally come back. Mina the Hollower, by the people who made Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's good. I'd be playing it on my Vita. This looks good too. It reminds me of Link's Awakening DX for the GBC. I never heard of that. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it looks cool too. Pragmata getting more stuff, and the demo was cool. I played it. I enjoyed it. I like the puzzle aspect of it, and it's like you can't focus too much on the puzzles, or else you're gonna get hit and die. You gotta dodge. You gotta pay attention to both. And it's like you gotta really think. And Capcom, they gonna make you think. The Capcom know how to make a good game with puzzles in. Trust me. Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, the originals, the remakes. Well, the remakes of 1 and 2. 3, I don't know. 3 I can't really comment on. I haven't beaten it. I've only gotten up to past the substation on 3 remake. But it's alright. It's alright. Project Windless. Didn't know what this is. Still don't know what this is. It looks cool though. Don't know why there's a chicken man in it. He kind of got aura though. I'm not even gonna hold you. What does it say? Korean novel series. Oh, that's why. Okay. Thousands of years before the source material. Okay, I like when games do that. Rayman getting some love again. He got a 30th anniversary edition. I still think it's kind of whack they didn't put Rayman 2 Well, I had to check and see if Rayman 2 is on PlayStation, but I know Rayman 3 for a fact isn't, because of the damn PS Plus subscription bullshit. I wish PlayStation Now was still a thing, because that's what this shit basically is, just PlayStation Now, but like better or worse depending on how you look at it. I don't know. I only use PlayStation Now to like play Sonic Generations once and play Yakuza 5. That's it. Resident Evil 9, that trailer was great. No demo is crazy as fuck though. I think that is ridiculous. I'm tired of people putting out games and not giving us demos. That is very stupid, and I think they should keep demos rolling, especially when they gave us demos of RE2 or I know they gave us one for RE4 remake, and RE3 remake. They need to stop doing this thing where they just expect us to not have a demo. I feel like if we have a demo, that just increased the people who want to buy your game even more. I feel like if Cyberpunk came out with a demo, it would have helped tremendously before the launch happened. Because I like Cyberpunk, don't get me wrong, but when that game first came out, that was horrible. That was truly horrible. Same for No Man's Sky. I feel like if they had demos instead of just playtesters, we would have had way better experience with the game. Way better. What else? Rev Noir, that looked cool. I thought this was God Eater for a second. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, what else? Sorrows was cool too, but every time I look at it, all I think of is like, this is just real life Risk of Rain 2. That's when I watched that gameplay, it just screamed Risk of Rain 2. Like if I put a clip of Sorrow's gameplay next to Risk of Rain 2 gameplay, all that's different is that you can see a nigga face. Risk of Rain 2 is got his distinct art style. Sorrow's, it got that Unreal Engine 5 bullshit, whatever the fuck the game's made on. And I don't know, it just looks like Risk of Rain. Silent Hill Townfall. Now, first of all, that fake out was clever as fuck. Cause I thought it was Silent Hill, then talking about some goddamn Saint Amelia. And I was like, oh shit, it's just a Silent Hill like game. But I was like, why would Konami make a Silent Hill like game if they already got Silent Hill? And then I had to think about it. I was like, well, maybe they got more people working on the Silent Hill 1 remake. Nope. Silent Hill Townfall. They got niggas though, man. Oh wait, I gotta cut that out. We have our first black protagonist. He's Scottish too. I ain't never met a black Scottish person before besides the dude off of TF2. And I cannot wait to see how this game goes. I'm also scared as fuck to see how this game goes. Because if this game is bad, they're gonna blame it on woke DEI, and I'm just gonna have to hold my head and just fucking groans like, oh my god, y'all niggas don't like nothing. Even though all of these games are woke as fuck. Harry was a single dad raising a daughter, an adoptive daughter at that. Silent Hill 2, James Sunderland is a widowed husband who killed his wife, who also takes care of an adoptive child that isn't his own. And well, I can't say he helps Angela, but I was gonna say he helps survivors of sexual abuse, but he doesn't really help Angela. To my knowledge, it's been a minute since I but like looked at Silent Hill 2 gameplay. And before you do that, I own it. Yes, it's the shitty fucking Xbox 360 version with the Comic Sans font on the Silent Hill sign. I still don't get the difference between that and the original. Maybe if it was like more distinct of a change, I'd get it. But if it's the same story, the same gameplay, I don't really care. Like, there's a difference between a bad port and just a different game. I just think that this is a case of a bad port, if anything. But having Silent Hill Townfall come out is a blessing, really, because we got fucking a black character, and I'm glad to see more representation. Because I'm not trying to see another... How do I word this? I'm not trying to see another character I can't relate to on I don't. Basically, I just want to see more black characters in the games I play instead of having to pretend that they're black, like how I have to do for a lot of games I play. Zelda, man, I love me some Zelda, and having Link be a blank slate really helps me put myself in his shoes. But every time I look at his pale white ass, all I'm thinking is like, man, I miss Link to the Past Link where he was brown as shit, and then they never went back to that. I miss Link having melanin. I truly do. Also, I'm really curious how they're gonna do this with a new Silent Hill protagonist, especially the one like this with his IV drip. Because people are talking about they think he's in a hospital and the CRT he's talking on is like somebody communicating to him, a la like Five Nights at Freddy's 4. And that would be cool too. If they don't address, I think they should address race and trauma from race, because he's a black Scottishman. There's not a chance in hell he hasn't faced some type of discrimination before, and that should be something that needs to be talked about. I don't know how they're gonna turn race into a monster, let alone a psychological one, but I'm very curious to see how that'll work. I really am. Star Wars Galactic Racer, it looked cool. I don't really mess with racing games unless it's like Mario, Sonic, or Need for Speed. That's really it. Yako Shinobi Ops. That looks kind of cool too. I don't really know much about it, but it looked cool. The God of War Metroidvania looking game, that looks sick. I'm glad we get a prequel game set before God of War 1 that isn't like Ascension before God of War 1 and Chains and stuff like that, where he's still, big angry Kratos and shit like that. But we get to see him as a child with his brother and just doing stuff and being a kid, I'm glad. What's another game? What's that game? It's like co-op and stuff. Hold up. Co-op PlayStation 5 game. Dang, it was just in the state of play. State of play. Trying to see what it all say, cause it fucking cookies on the site. What do I care about some goddamn cookies? Lou Promata da. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. I don't know if I said it or not, but Dead or Alive 7 in this economy. Can't wait to see how that works out. I cannot wait. I hope Honoka is the main character though. I think Honoka has potential to do a lot of stuff. Because if she's Raido's daughter, then I just wonder how they're gonna do that. Like, I wanted the Mugen Tenshin ninjas or the Will Trainer. Big Walk. That's the game I was talking about. That's co-op. This looks very stupid, but in like a lovable, goofy type of way. This is a game you play with. This looks like one of those pandemic games you'd watch YouTubers play when everybody was stuck inside, and you would just think, damn, if only I had a PC or a up-to-date console. And then you get it later on, and then you play it for yourself, and then you're like, man, this is really good. But yeah, other than that, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I genuinely cannot wait for all these games to come out, all these games to get reviews, and to play them, and to see and hope that they are up to the quality that I wish they are, that they should be at this point. Resident Evil 9 has been in development for a good little bit. It looks phenomenal. Soros looks cool too, even if it is just Risk of Rain. But Unreal Engine 5, new Silent Hill, I'm still like ecstatic that new Silent Hill is coming out, a new Castlevania coming out, new Metal Gear collection. Man, like, it feels good to be a fan. That's all I'm gonna say.